Good evening. Welcome to this special occasion. I have brought you here to discuss the burning issues of the century. On my right, Teddy Roosevelt, former president of the United States of America, followed by William James Bryan, a distinguished member of the Democratic Party. And on the end, Marcus Garvey, an advocate for Pan-Africanism. Howdy.
Good evening, brothers and sisters.
At the end of the table, Hiram Evans, the Imperial Wizard KKK. To his right, Eugene Debs, an outstanding leader of the Socialist Party, followed by Edith Tarbell, a lady investigative journalist.
How y'all doing?
Good evening, all.
Hello.
Carrie Nation, a woman activist for prohibition.
Good afternoon,
You
everyone.
all figured out what you're gonna eat?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any particular issue you'd like to discuss?
Progressivism. We need progressivism. We need to reform society to ensure that the order of our people is not threatened by big businesses.
I agree with Mr. Roosevelt. Big business is getting too large and threatens to destroy our democracy.
The only way to prevent our people from being suppressed is to incorporate socialism into our system of government.
This is outrageous. Socialism will destroy our way of life. These folks are a part of the scheme as well. We need to enforce prohibition and get rid of these immigrants.
I completely agree. These men and their destructive alcohol addictions are killing our country.
Prohibition is a step in the right direction, but fundamentalism is more important in the grand scheme.
You all may be blowing this out of proportion. I've started my Pan-Africanism movement, and I want to send my people back to where they belong. I want to send them back to Africa and make Africa great again.
Calm down, all. Me and my cabinet are working on a second New Deal to fix all these problems you have discussed. Dinner served. Sorry about these hard times, but we're going for the Great Depression, so you might have very little food on your plate. Waiter, I'm FDR. Don't you know this? My
I'm
time
sorry,
is
Mr.
precious. Where's my potato soup?
I'm sorry, but the kitchen's out of potatoes.
Where's my bread?
It's right there, my sir.
I'm crippled. Can you hand it to me, please?
Oh, no, right.
I don't power is an issue here. I believe we need to expand the power of the federal government in order to reconstruct and reform American business. My alphabet agencies from the current New Deal are helping to improve in society as it stands. But a society cannot stand by itself alone. It needs the government to help support it.
Atrocities against humanity are bound to happen without the strict control of the government. People must have power over big business, and they have to own the means of production.
My square deal has done everything that you have mentioned, but you're going too far with socialism. Capitalism is what is needed to make this America strong.
Capitalist pig.
Big business has destroyed the mood of this country. Capitalism has made men succumb to the greed present in our society and abandon their religious freedom.
I'm with Teddy here. Big business monopolies are destroying American life. In my book, The History of the Standard Oil Company, I destroyed Rockefeller, and I'm not afraid to go after
The
others.
dark cloud of the Gilded Age has passed. Civil rights should be the focus. My people and I are under fire from racists like him.
How dare you, you inferior hooligan. Alcohol is the fuel for the violence that ensues our nation. And you and your people need to know your place.
I want to get my people out of here. I want to start new lives, return them to the homelands that they were stripped from decades ago. We need to allow those who don't want to leave to be naturalized and be part of our society.
It's not that I hate your people. You are all just too incapable and ignorant to perform properly in our today's society. Sure, we are supposed to give you certain rights, but we must limit your ability to gain powers.
This is where we disagree. I will not sit here and argue with a coward who sits behind his mother's old sheets.
Gentlemen, calm down. We have more important matters to discuss. Teddy, any comments? You've been unusually quiet today.
You've all made some pretty good points, but we need to make progress in our nation as soon as possible.
Progress? How can we make any progress when all the men in our nation are constantly drunk?
Well, I agree with you, miss. Prohibition is needed to focus men upon the issues of our nation rather than themselves, because we cannot reform and make progress as a society if everyone has their own issues. Thus, as a nation, we need to give power back to the government so that it can have the ability to destroy any means that threaten the people's ability to have the rights so given to them the Declaration of Independence.
Trust busting is very important, and we appreciate your work to help free smaller businesses from the grips of monopolies.
America thanks you, Mr. Teddy Roosevelt. Your service to our nation has helped reform the society that we live in today. We may all agree that big business is an organization that threatens democracy. Introducing our nation to a diverse economy, including gold and silver, will allow the people that do not have the wealth in this country to survive and prosper. We must allow these people to prosper in our country as they have the backbone of democracy.
Social unions are needed to help the individual. My time with the railroad company has taught me the importance of organized labor unions. I've served my time in jail with the strike I was involved in years back. The government distrusts organized labor when it's the keystone to breaking down massive business organizations and monopolies that are unfairly treating and paying their workers.
I have been labeled a muckraker by a man here at this table. Now, what I choose to report and write about is crucial to the success of this country. The exposed and unjust must be brought out.
Thank you all for joining me here today. We can all agree that progress is necessary to ensure equality in this country. I have brought you all here today because you all represent issues in our country that were necessary in the development. Toast with me the prosperity of this country.